It is July 1st, 2023, the first day of the month where I'm turning 20. Now, I feel like I look like I still just woke up, even though I've been up for a while, so excuse that. But I wanted to do a 7-day challenge where I tried to read 50 pages a day because I saw somebody do something like that, and I thought it would be kind of fun to try to do because I used to love reading when I was a kid, and I still do, but I feel like my reading lately has been a little bit lackluster. Like, I just haven't been reading as often as I could be, and I've only read like 8 books this year, which to some might be a lot, to others I know is a very small number, but for me, I feel like I could have read more than 8 books by this time. It's already June and I've only read 8. Like, I don't know. That's only like, I don't know, 6 months into the year. It's July, sorry. 6 months into the year, so I only read like a book a month plus an extra 2. That's not like that much to me. Like, I feel like I could have read a lot more. So I want to do 50 pages a day, or try to. Well, I know I can. I want to do 50 pages a day. I should have brought the book outside with me, but I'm currently reading Alicia Keys's memoir. It's called More Myself, and I like it so far. I am 177 pages in, or 78. And if that's the case, then by the end of today, I need to get to 228. It is 12 p.m., around there. So we're gonna see how I do. On top of that, outside of doing that today, I also want to finish a project, or almost finish a coding project that I have for one of my classes. I want to try to get at least 3/4 of the way in because it is due tomorrow. Today is Saturday. Teachers love making things due on Sunday, and I have a project due tomorrow, so I want to get that done. I have some lectures to watch, the usual. Probably not gonna draw today, but you never know. We'll see. Maybe, because I've been feeling inspired. I've been seeing a lot of art videos, and I've been feeling like drawing, but I just don't know what to draw. So we'll see how that works out. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day or the week. We'll see. Hi, it is July 2nd, day 2 of this little mini challenge, and we're getting there. I haven't done that much reading today, but I did read part of Alicia Keys' memoir. It is already 7 p.m., so I think most of the rest of my pages are gonna probably come from the other book that I started reading. So yesterday, I read, I don't know how many pages, maybe like 20 pages from Alicia Keys' memoir, and then I started another book called 1984 by George Orwell. I've heard a lot about it. I didn't know what it was about. All I knew was that it was a science fiction dystopia type of thing. I like it so far. I like the writing. It's been a minute since I've immersed myself into a fiction book, so I'm liking it so far. Today, I've only read Alicia Keys' book so far. I'm planning on just switching it up for the rest of the night and probably going with George Orwell. I don't think I'm gonna go back to Alicia Keys again, but I hope to reach my 50, not I hope, I will reach my 50 pages by the end of the day, and then write out, or like post how many pages I read somewhere on the screen. Yesterday was 51. I'm not gonna lie, I had stayed up late reading because I don't know. I just not even procrastinated. It was more like I was working on another project for one of my classes. I wanted to get it done yesterday because it's due today. I wanted to finish it yesterday, and I did. It was a whole coding thing. Got that done, and then afterwards I was reading. And like, I am not the fastest reader. I don't know. I'm not the fastest reader. Like, when I was a kid, I used to read fast, and then I feel like now I just don't read as fast anymore. And I realize it's kind of like a focus thing. Like, I notice as I'm reading, my mind is kind of like wandering. But I also notice that my mind wanders more when I read nonfiction specifically. Like, I'm reading Alicia Keys' book, and it depends on like what part I'm at, but like my mind tends to like just go in other places. Even when she mentions a song, sometimes I want to put it on too. So it's like I'm taking longer versus me reading a fiction book, and it's like my mind just, I don't know, I can immerse more into a fiction book than a nonfiction book. So even though I love reading memoirs, they tend to take me longer just because like I tend to read them slower. And same thing with any nonfiction book. I can get through it, but like it takes me longer because I'm reading it slower versus a fiction book where I'm immersing fully into a whole new story, and like it's easier for me to like just read faster, which is what made me pick up another book. Because me trying to read 50 pages of the memoir, I already knew that wasn't working out. Like, I could do it, but like the pace that I was reading at just was not ideal. So it's just like, let me pick up something else that I know I can read through faster, that I know I can digest more. So that's why I'm switching between 2 books. So there's that. So I'm hoping to get, not hoping, I'm going to get through to my 50 pages later today. School-wise, class is canceled tomorrow. It is, like I said, July 2nd, right before July 4th. So class is canceled not only for tomorrow, not only for Wednesday, but my teacher messed around and canceled classes for the whole rest of the semester. I am not choosing to question why. He said it was because we already went through all of the content in the syllabus, so therefore we do not need any more in-person classes. I am choosing not to question this blessing. I am choosing to just receive it and move on because I don't even know. But yeah, no more classes. I still plan on going on campus still because that was my only in-person class. So I just don't have to worry about going on campus. I haven't even finished twisting my hair still. And I was gonna be doing that today. I still will, but I have no more in-person classes. So I guess every other time I go on campus, I might be going to just the library. Maybe I'll record it. I don't even know. Like, I'll just be vibing now, which is great. But class-wise, it's all online now, which is I'm happy with because now I can really enjoy the rest of my summer in peace and only need to go on campus when I feel like just going and exploring, you know? So yeah, I will keep you guys posted still. I just want to record a little bit every day. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this yet. I never do, but I just want to challenge myself to get in front of the camera and stare at it every day and just speak, just because why not, you know? So I will see you guys either later today or tomorrow, depending on how the day goes. It is day 3, July 3rd, 9:33 p.m. Now, you would think I would tell you that I have my 50 pages done. I do not, but I have been reading today, so it's gonna get done. One thing I have realized is that I'm having a tendency to do all of my reading late night, so by the time I get on the camera, I'm not getting on the camera and telling you guys, oh, my 50 pages are done for the day. I'm getting on the camera and telling you guys, oh, I started reading. I'm gonna keep reading later. So I need to switch my schedule up and just read more during the day instead of saving most of my reading for nighttime, because that is kind of defeating the purpose of this challenge. I kind of just did this randomly, no planning. That's why this video is probably gonna have a lot of just no structure outside of day 1, day 2, day 3, continuing up until 7, because I just randomly decided that I want to start reading more. If I repeat myself, I apologize, but I don't know if I already said this, but I used to be an avid reader when I was a kid. And then this year I kind of told myself I want to read X amount of books, but months kept passing by and I'm still currently only at 9. I thought I was at 8, but I'm only at 9, which isn't a bad number, but it's like, I know if I were reading more consistently, I would be at a higher place right now, you know, like at a higher number of books. So therefore, I just randomly decided once July starts, July 1st to July 7th, I'm reading 50 pages a day. But I feel like I'm going about it the wrong way. Like, reading late night is not always the best thing because your brain isn't working the best. I need to read more during the day. I can't accomplish that now, even though I did kind of, but it's 9:34 p.m., which is why the lighting is a little weird over here and I'm just seated ready to go downstairs and eat. But before I do, I figured I would share my thoughts a little bit about the books that I'm reading. I can't speak much on them yet because I'm not done with it, but I finally have it physically with me. More Myself by Alicia Keys. I am almost done. Let me flip it. I've read that much and I have only a little bit left. So I'm almost done. I have only maybe like a chapter or 2 left, and then this is finito. I liked it. I like reading about her career, about how she got to where she got to, about her life, her as a person. She is a lot, I don't know how to word this. She's very smart. Like, not that I didn't think Alicia Keys was smart, but it's like she just surprised me with how much she knows about history and how much she loves history. Like, she traveled to Egypt twice, searching for like her ancestry, learning about her ancestors. and things like that. I really vibe with that. I don't know what I expected, because I knew the whole book was going to be mainly about music, because that is obviously what she's known for, but she surprised me with how involved she is with activism too, which I like a lot. So this book, I've been enjoying it. I should finish it. If not, I'm not finishing it today. I'm finishing it tomorrow. So that's that. The other book, I'm reading it on my iPad. I should probably pull it up, but I am reading 1984 by George Orwell. Now, I've heard a lot about this book. Like, it's kind of like a classic. To some people, it's like known as a classic. I didn't know much about it when I started reading it. I'm looking for the cover real quick because, yeah, but I didn't know much about the book when I started reading it. It was more like it was free on Kindle randomly. Like the other day, June 30th, they had an event or something where for 24 hours, there were certain books that were free. And you best believe if something is free, I'm going to get it. I went to go look, and majority of the list was romance. And I don't hate romance, but did I feel like reading romance? But this was the one book, one of the few books that I saw that wasn't romance and that looked interesting. So it was free, got it, started reading it. It is a science fiction dystopia type of book that was set in, obviously, 1984. It was published in the 1940s. I was going to look for the cover, but I'll just post it. It was published in the 1940s, and I don't know, it's just like this author's view of like what could happen in the future if society went down a hill. The story is set in London, in England, but the new place is called, I forget, I don't remember, but all the names have changed, all the countries' names have changed, and the whole place is in a state of constant war and constant ignorance. It's like a whole new society where there's a camera within your TV watching your every move. And if you even dare to rebel against the government, they kill you. You're just gone. If you dare to rebel against what they believe in, you're done. And if you don't, just kind of act like a robot, basically. Like they kind of train you. You work here, you do this. Every morning, everybody has to stand in front of the TV and do exercise. And they're watching you. And they will call you out if you're not stretching properly. You're not doing this, that, and the third. Or like if like the anthem is on or something. Or like the national anthem is on. You're supposed to be standing in front of the TV, alert, ready, singing, doing whatever. And if you're not, they're going to think something's weird with you. Like it's kind of like just this, I don't know, just science fiction, dystopia type thing. I chose to start reading this while reading Alicia Keys' book, because like I said before, when I'm reading nonfiction, sometimes I read slower, not always. Yesterday I read more of Alicia Keys' book than the fiction book, but even still, it's nice to have something to like balance it out, so I'm not reading just nonfiction, I'm reading some fiction too, just to get my mind off things. It's easier to just fly through it. So yeah. Day 3, I'm going to get my 50 pages done. I don't know how I'm going to edit this yet, but you'll see how many pages I ended up reading for the day. I haven't beat 50 by a lot lately. Like I think day 1 I got 51, day 2 I got 50 on the dot, and then I stopped to go to sleep. Day 3, today we'll see where I get. But yeah, I will keep you guys posted.
Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. He's gonna work in your favor, yes he is. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. He's gonna work in your favor. No.
Hi, it is 9:50 p.m. July 31st. Now you're probably wondering, how did we go from July 1st with the challenge and I was going to record every day to July 31st? The month flew by, and during the whole month, I didn't feel like editing. I didn't feel like recording. It was not in the cards for me at all. I can't say I didn't do much, but it wasn't a lot going on. I had a list of things I wanted to talk about before I let this video go, because I didn't want it to just be the whole video me talking about reading, but I left that downstairs. So we are winging it. First of all, if you watched through 15 minutes of me talking about books and stayed, thank you. Because I know that's a lot. And I know that's really random because I never really talk about books on here. So if you really watched through that, I appreciate you. That's one. Two, July 21st, a girl turned 20. Wow. 20 years old, 2 decades on this earth. And I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like the realization hasn't fully set in yet. Like it did, not the day of. Like the day I turned 20, it was just a regular day. I had dinner with my family. It was fun. We played Uno. I did not win a single game, but we played Uno. We were having fun. It did not set in. It was just like a few days later, the like realization hit me. I turned 20. But it still keeps like reoccurring, like over time. Like I just keep like thinking to myself, I'm 20 now, and that is still young. And I know that that is still young. There's gonna be people older than 20 that are looking at me being like, I wish I could go back to being 20. You're young, blah blah blah. But me being somebody that's just now entering my 20s, it feels like it's supposed to be a big thing, you know? Like it's supposed to be a huge deal. And then there's just me just being here, the same person, kind of, you know? Like it's just the only thing that changed is just my age, and then kind of the same thing. I don't know. How do I feel? I don't know. There's no all of a sudden I feel this because I'm 20. It is the same, but just older now. So there's that. The one thing I can say that did change, I got an internship. That is very, very cool. I'm happy. I am now going to be a working woman, which is great because I need to start getting experience in my field, and that is what I'm hoping for. As I head into my 20s, goals that I'm setting for myself, I don't know if the camera's crooked. Anyways, goals that I'm setting for myself are to be more disciplined, to be more consistent, not necessarily on YouTube. Probably I should be on YouTube, but I'm just talking in life things in general, which should include YouTube. I know it should, but yeah, but to be just more intentional, I feel like, with my time and more intentional with what I'm doing, which I feel like I've been saying a lot over and over again. But now that I have an internship coming up, I have a potential, I don't want to say graduation, but college things are moving forward very fast. I am just hoping my 20s turn out to be the decade where I really grow into the person that I'm meant to be, where I become fully comfortable in my skin and in myself, in my personality as a person. Like, I don't want to be so caught up in what other people are doing and what other people are saying, because I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency, sorry for shaking the camera, but I have a tendency to like look at what X person is doing, Y person is doing, Z person is doing, and thinking to myself, oh, like I should be further, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, or I should look like this, I should look like that. When in reality, everybody's journey is different. So I'm hoping that my 20s are the years where I blossom. And I didn't want to leave the video just me talking about reading. I wanted to say a little something about that too. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I'm going to try to get this video up by tonight because, like I said, it is July 31st and I should have had this done. So I'm going to go add this part in, upload it, do what I need to do, and I love you all. Thank you for watching.